guys, it's Rian or Rian Car Guy, only here from Sundance Mazda. Today, I'll be showing you the comparison between all three trim levels of the Mazda 3, coming from the GX, GS, and GT. So right behind us is the GX with convenience package. The white one is the GS, it's a sport. And the farther one is the highest trim level GT with premium package. Keep in mind, I am in Edmonton, Alberta, in Canada. So I know in different types of markets, trim levels varies. So every information I'm going to show you is pretty much just for Canadians. But feel free to watch my video and enjoy. Here we are in front of these three beautiful Mazda 3s. The one on the right here is the Jet Black Mica GX with convenience package. The one in the middle here is the Snowflake White Pearl GS Sport. And the one on the left here is the Mazda 3 GT with the premium package. So this has all the bells and whistles you can get from a Mazda 3. Since we are already outside, I'm going to point out the exterior differences between the trim levels. To start with, let's start with the grille. So in the grille one here, on the sedan, standardized on all sedans, the sedan will come with a chrome and that kind of a design of a grille. On the Sport, on the other hand, will come the blacked out grille and the mesh design there. Also, as you can tell, the bumper on the Sport is different than the one on the sedan. Let's look at this again and look at the bumper there. So it's very different. I like the front end of the Sport more than the sedan. Imagine if you can sandwich these two together, you can have the front of the Sport here and have the rear end of the sedan. I think that will be a perfect combination. But anyway, let's go back at the vehicle here. A GX comes standard with steel rims and hubcaps. With the convenience package, it adds 16-inch alloy rims that is very similar to GS. The only way you can find out if the vehicle you're looking at is the GX or the GS is only one thing that I know. This one, the emblem. If the emblem is three-dimensional, it is a GX because the GX does not come standard with adaptive cruise control, forward obstruction warning, smart city brake support, etc. all those safety features. And as you can tell on a GS, it's two-dimensional. So this will have all the safety sensors that is standard as well on the GT. The convenience package adds a lot of things from the GX. Like I said, the rims. You have turn signal indicators on the side here that is not standard on the base model. Inside, you'll have the heated seats, cruise control, blind spot system, and all those things. Here's the rear end of the Mazda 3 GX. It is very similar to the rear end of the Mazda 3 GT, but one commenter in my previous video was telling me that I was wrong about the rear combination tail lamps here, that I thought that the GX, GS, and GT had a similar lamps. I was wrong and you were right. I apologize on that. I just realized that today, and thank you for letting me know on that, because knowing what's wrong is the sparks of change, I guess. As you can tell, it has just one U there. The GT will come with two rings right over there. So that's how you can tell at nighttime if you're seeing a Mazda 3 GT or not. I like the rear end of the sedan more because it does now come with dual exhaust that you can see instead of it tucked underneath the rear bumper. Let's go into GS here, Sport. Now GS Sport, I love that Mazda have this gloss finish now on the rear end instead of that matte finish that they had in the previous generation. So it kind of adds a lot more luxury and premiumness to the Mazda 3 Sport. Being this is the GS, it's really hard to find if you're looking at a GS or GX segment because they're very similar. Again, we look in the front already of this vehicle. So again, difference between the GX and GS on the outside are the emblems, two-dimensional, and also one thing I forgot, the GS comes standard with, there's a camera there, that's part of the safety sensor that is standard on the GS. The GX I meant won't come standard with that. Right there. I'm not sure what that sensor is, but it's there. Here we are on the GT premium package. As you can tell, it elevates the look of the Mazda 3 to a little bit more premium. I'm not saying the GX doesn't look that way, but this has a different flair to it. It kind of has a different vibration when you see it. Being this is a GT, it will come standard with this 18-inch alloy rims. So on the GT here, it will come standard with adaptive headlights. So by that said, when the vehicle turns, it will also turn as well. I'm not sure what Mazda has changed on that system. What I know on the current generation adaptive headlight system that we have, it turns up to 15 degrees depending on which direction the vehicle is heading to. So it might be the same, it might be not, but it's there. So we've covered exterior differences of this vehicle. So let's go in the inside. To start with, let's go with the GX. Alright, so let's go inside this Mazda 3 GX with convenience package. I know I just recently covered or featured this car in my previous video, but since this will be a comparison between all three trim levels, I'll still be showing you what this interior has to offer compared to the other two. Let's go in the door jamb here. Every single Mazda 3 will come standard with 8 speaker system, which is a great thing. So it's not like before that the base model comes with 4 or 6 speakers. I think I remember. So it's so Mazda stepping up their level on the base model. The GT will come standard with the Bose audio system, which is amazing. On the left side here, you have your controls for the safety features, traction control off, and obviously since this is a sedan, it will have your trunk release there. On the steering wheel here, you don't get the heated steering wheel that you get on a GS or GT, but still you still get the same look all around. I believe the GT has a chrome side here. Over here on the infotainment system, as you can tell, this one, it looks analog, from the video, but if I switch this, if I press the button here, the info, so as you can tell, you can change that to digital. So that's your kind of like standard 7-inch TFT display that Mazda offers now on the Mazda 3. Over in here, you still get a standard 8.8 display with the wide view angle camera. The GT will come with a trajectory, and however the GX won't have that. However, you still have lines, so you can tell if you're about to hit something or not. Down here, you have your manual climate control, which is very integrated to the layout of this car. As if later on as part of this video, once I move to the GS or GT, as you can tell, there's to untrained eye, you can't tell the difference between the two. Down here again, there's no cover in the cup holders. The GT will have it. I'm not sure about the GS. In the center console here, you have your matte finish here. I thought there was like an opaque film that's like on top of here, but there's none. This is actually from factory itself. I like this the most because this is less prone to scratches. The GS and GT will have the gloss finish. Down here, you still have the same controls as you get to every single Mazda 3, so that's standardized with the now standard auto hold features. This was not an option or feature to the previous generation Mazda 3. In the middle here, same thing. You have your SD card for navigation or a USB port and a 12-volt plug-in. This is with leatherette. Same thing in the middle here. So here again, this is the interior of the Mazda 3 GX. One thing that I find surprising is that compared to the previous generation, that the GX and GS has a big distinction on the material of the seat. Now it is now the same between two trim levels. When I jump to the GS on the right one here, you'll notice that it has the same type of seat. So why don't we go in now on that vehicle? Alright, so here's the GS. You'll have the leather trimming here. The GX doesn't have that. Let's go on the sitting here. So they're very the same. Actually, I'm wrong. They're different. So they have the same design. However, they have the same material. However, design is different. So as you can tell here on the GX, it's just in the middle here, which is the orange or brown theme. On the GS, it has the same material, however the brown trim is a little bit more wider than the black cloth, and there's also stitching on the side. Inside, let's go inside. Here we are. Let's just turn this down. Here we are inside. So being this a GS, you'll have a little bit more chrome, as you can tell, a little bit more flare. You will get the controls for the adaptive cruise control that is standard on the GS. Same thing with the display here, standardized on everything. And voila, like I said, there's a lot more design element here. You have the gloss finish on the side here, and in the middle console it's also gloss. Same thing here, there's no cover. I believe that's now just standard on the GT. And like I was saying, the dual climate control is standard on the GS. And I don't know where the driver alert system camera is. I think it's somewhere around here, but I still don't see it. Still get the same display. Let's look at the backup camera. So backup camera, it's not trajectory. That's now I understand that's only standard on the GT. Great thing about the GS is that, as you can tell, this kind of looks like it's a auto dimming mirror, but it's actually not. It is the manual one, as you can tell. There you go. This one has the sunglass holder. The GX won't have that. Keep in mind, I'm in a sport, so by that said, every single ceiling of the sport is black. The sedan is that beige one. Here you are on the passenger side of the Mazda 3 Sport. The Mazda 3 Sport as well will come standard with the rear armrest there. As you can, this one, you fold that down. That's standard on the GS and GT. That is not standard on the GX. So one thing that you should be aware when you're buying your Mazda 3 is this passenger comfort at the back. This one, being this a GS, will also come standard with automatic on and off headlights. On the GX, it has automatic off, so in case you forgot to turn off your lights, it will turn off by itself. So that's a good thing, so you don't, the next day you start your car, it's not starting. Also, one thing about the automatic things in this car is the automatic wipers. So you just put it there and it has auto. The Mazda 3, I believe, has wiper deicer. I'm gonna double check about if this one has as well. So let's go find that out right now. So this looks like it does not have wiper deicer. So let's go look at the Mazda 3 GT Premium here. This looks like it has one. I'm not sure if my camera can see that, but it has one right there. I don't see anything here. So since we are already outside, let's go jump in this Mazda 3 Premium package. The Mazda 3 GT with Premium package will come standard with the passive entry. So just put your hands in here, it will unlock the car. Because the car's been running, the function won't work. To lock the vehicle, you have to push your thumb here, and that will lock the vehicle. Before we go inside, the Mazda 3, I like to point this out, the Mazda 3 GT will have the auto dimming side mirror. As you can tell, the blind spot indicator is now triangle instead of that old design that Mazda had. Also, one thing, the GT will have the gloss finish on the middle here on the B pillar. On the GS or GX will have the matte finish. So this kind of gives it a more of a premium look compared to other trim levels. Voila! So this is the interior of the Mazda 3 GT with Premium package. Being this is the Premium package, this is the most luxurious Mazda 3 you can get. Mazda has put a lot of efforts making sure that the cabin is a little bit more plush than the other trim levels. As you can tell on the door alone here, there's a lot more detail. Same thing as the GS, you'll have the stitching here. However, you'll have now the metal finish Bose speaker grill compared to the other ones like matte black. Inside, you now get the 10-way power adjustable seats, which the motors are significantly quieter. Like, that's the only thing that's like loud, the front and back, but the other ones, quiet. I have a 16 Mazda 6, and when I move my seats, it creates pretty loud noise, but I am not here to complain because I love my Mazda 6. Over here, this are all your buttons. Because this has this is the GT Premium, it will have the memory seats. You can get this optional on a GS, and that's called the luxury package, I believe. That will come with the red sunroof and more. This will have the rear parking sensors. One thing that the GT differentiates on the safety features from the GS is that the GT will come standard with, first ever in Mazda Canada to have its smart city brake support in the rear. So let's say you're backing up and there's a vehicle like speeding through your, let's say, on the street, the car will alert you to stop, and if you don't put any action, the car will brake for you. So that's a very same technology you find on the front one. So this will have the smart city brake support. Being this a GT, will come standard with the HomeLink system here with the garage door opener. This is auto dimming and frameless as well. Again, this will, being a GT, will have standard navigation system. I know, being this is a new OS, I believe Mazda changed their navigation system. That will be a separate video I will be covering in this vehicle. I will be focusing a lot more on this screen here because people have been asking me to cover this up, because this is new. This is a big step for Mazda. The first MZD Connect or Mazda Connect system was launched in 2013 when the 2014 Mazda 3 was launched. So again, this is a big step up for Mazda, and I can't wait to show you everything that this OS has to offer. Down here, same thing with the GS. It will have the dual climate control system, and this is what I was telling you guys. The cup holder, see, it closes. That one closes. The other two cars, it doesn't have that. Same thing with the GS, will have a gloss finish here. Yes, it does looks good, but it's not just gonna age well. But I love what Mazda is doing here, just to create some premiumness in the vehicle. In the steering wheel here, you get standard paddle shifters to add more of a zoom feel alive moto that Mazda is doing, which I love because I love driving. And because I love driving, I bought myself a 1991 Mazda MX-5. Anyway, going back to the car, again, this is the side of the vehicle. Oh, sorry, the buttons for the side mirrors, a little bit more flat. It doesn't have that rotary knob up here anymore. Here's a sunroof, same size. I'm not sure if that became bigger or not, but it's the same size as the previous generation. To open it up, just push the button there and it's automatic. And let us see if this has automatic close. 1, 2, 3, voila, it does. I don't remember that the previous generation had that auto close. I believe it wasn't. I knew that Mazda 6s only had them before. At the back here, here's where all the seats were folded down. Someone was looking at this car a while ago. But the sedan offers a lot more cargo space than the Sport, but the Sport gives you a little bit more of a design. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Again, it's Rian or Rian Car Guy, only here from Sundance Mazda. I hope you like this video. I'll be continually making videos like this because I love sharing information to all people out there that loves Mazdas. I love the brand. I love the brand I sell. So if you guys have anything to tell me to improve on, please let me know in the comments below, and please subscribe. I will make a lot more videos about the Mazda 3 and coming generations of the next Mazda lineup. We often get I will continue making the just lineup videos of the new Mazdas that will be coming out. Like they're saying, I heard a rumor saying that there will be 2 crossovers that will be launched in Canada in a couple of years. First will be the possible CX-4 or the next CX-3. We're not sure. It will be launched in Geneva next month, so that's exciting. February is about to end, so I can't wait. There's a Mazda is like cooking up a lot, stirring up a lot of good stuff. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to work for the company. Thank you for watching and have an amazing day. Bye bye.